Hi, Steve from Pullbuoy here, and in this video I'm taking a look at the Polar OH1 Plus optical heart rate monitor. First then, let's have a look at what you get in the box. This is the heart rate monitor itself. You can see the little module here mounted onto an arm strap for holding onto your arm when you're exercising. It comes with two different clips which you can use to attach the sensor to your goggles, more of that later in this video. And finally, USB clip for charging or connecting to a laptop. First thing to do though is to get this charged up. We use this USB clip, pop the module into it like that. That then goes straight into any phone charger, or indeed you can use a laptop, and that can also be used to set up the module by USB. Pop that on to charge. All charged up now, and to turn this on, we just press this button on the top. It lights up. Now this is an optical heart rate monitor sensor, so it's the same technology as you get in the back of many sports watches, and indeed it's the same sensor that Polar have got in some of their watches. Now all of the manuals talk about using this with the Polar range of products, quite understandably, but the reality is, as you can sort of see here, it uses the Bluetooth and ANT+ standards. You can see the little logos, which means it will pair with most sports watches. I've got my Sunto here. If I put it into pairing mode, select the heart rate belt, and it searches and pairs very easily with this sensor, so it's all ready to go. So that's what you get in the box, but there's only one way to work out if the Polar OH1 is any good or not, and that's to try it. So I brought it out on a run, and let's see how it's getting on. I've got the optical sensor sitting on my forearm on the strap, synced to my watch, and you can see giving a pretty decent reading of my heart rate, although I probably need to work a bit harder.
If you're watching this video though, you're probably less interested in what the OH1 is like when you're running, and more interested in how it performs in the pool.
So in the pool, the OH1 sits in the little clip that attaches to your goggles so that the sensor is against your temple, and that's where it picks up your heart rate from. As when I was running, I've got synced to my watch, so that's tracking my heart rate as I'm training. Let's go.
As the OH1 sits on your temple, it's pretty much out of the water while you're swimming, if you're swimming freestyle, and that means the watch can pick up a signal from the sensor when your arm's out of the water. Bluetooth signal from the OH1 is interrupted by the water, but the signal is strong enough that the watch will pick it up quite quickly once it comes out. That means that every stroke the watch will pick up a reading from the heart rate monitor while you're swimming.
But if you don't like wearing a watch when you're swimming, the signal's pretty strong and the pickup's pretty quick, so you can leave your watch on the end and it will pick up your heart rate quite quickly. Let's see how it works.
You can see that the watch drops the signal from the OH1 when I'm about 6 or 7 metres from the wall. Now I've tested this on dry land, and that's pretty much the same performance as you get out of the water, so the signal is pretty good when you're swimming.
And there's my heart rate at the end of my repeat. Ready for the next one.
So we've already seen that you can leave this on the end of the pool if you don't like wearing a watch while you're swimming, but if you want to know what's happening in between the end of your repeats, this device has one more trick up its sleeve. I've switched it on here and it's flashing away there. If I double press this, the light starts flashing twice, and that means that the device is now recording your heart rate continuously onto the actual module itself. So you get a continuous readout of your heart rate through the session with no breaks.
With the data recorded on the OH1, you can then download that to a tablet or a phone over the Bluetooth connection. I'm using the Polar Flow app here, and as you can see, that's linked to the OH1 device. Top left, you can see it's downloading the data directly from the heart rate monitor. Now that's done, we'll flip back onto the training tab. You can see the session there marked as other indoor on today, so click on there, tap on there, we'll change that to swimming to show what it was, and you can see all of the data from the session that's been recorded on the OH1. That gives you a graph of your heart rate through the session. You can see I had a number of repeats with rest intervals and the proportion of each session that was in the various training zones that Polar have established from your personal details. If you click on the heart rate trace, you get a larger version, and what's quite neat is you can scroll through, and at the top of the screen it gives you your heart rate at any given point through your session. So useful for reviewing what you've done. Back to this page, and down the bottom you can fill in the details of your session. So you could feasibly use this to record your training diary and have that sit alongside your heart rate data. Let's compare that now to the same session recorded on the watch. Looking at Strava, this is the data that's picked up by the watch when it's out of the water. So you can see it's not quite as consistent, although it's showing the same sort of data. It's not as comprehensive as you get from the sensor, so better to record on the sensor and review later. Overall then, I really liked the OH1. I found it much better than a chest strap for exercising on land, and the ability to wear it in the pool was really helpful for monitoring your heart rate while you're swimming. I really liked that you could record the whole session and download it later if you wanted to review a session. So all in all, I think a great addition to your swimming kit bag.